Demons are more than creatures of the mists. They are made from the mists themselves, bits of etheric matter that have gained malignant sentience and power. Whether they appear as monstrous humanoids, bestial abominations, or radically inhuman horrors, they share many of the same aspirations. The strong consume or dominate the weak, reveling in their feasts and victimization. As they are not native to the real world, demons hold an abiding hatred of its denizens. They are also ruthlessly intelligent, more than willing to enter into arrangements that allow them to routinely prey on humans and other foolish living creatures. Hey everyone, Sweet William here to talk about a little more Guild Wars 2 lore, and in case it wasn't obvious, we're going to talk about demons. What they are, where they come from, who they serve, some of the forms they can take, and some notable demons that we should be aware of while we journey into unknown territory with the big bads and secrets of the obscure. As it was mentioned in that flavor text from the Nightfall manuscripts, demons are creatures born from shards of existence within the mists that have been corrupted by strong malignant forces. But what strong malignant forces can corrupt them in the first place? Well, during the events of Guild Wars 1, the answer to that question may have been pure speculation. I would have instantly thought of Doom, Abaddon, or Mingus as the corrupting forces since they had alliances with and effectively controlled the demons. But folks, those were only alliances, meaning that demons probably existed before their alliances with those baddies. The demons that we know were only known to be bred through the Dreadspawn Maw and born in the Stygian Vale in the Domain of Anguish and the spawning pools in the Underworld. But thanks to the introduction of the raid boss Deimos in Guild Wars 2, we know that demons can manifest from folks simply having a bad time. Okay, it's a lot more serious than that, but the gist of it is that while Deimos' origins are unknown, it's thought to be a manifestation of Saul D'Alessio's sins and guilt, as Deimos has arms of Saul's fallen White Mantle soldiers draped around its shoulders, with a carving of a Mersat glyph in its chest. Other demons can be humanoids that were corrupted by rage and hatred, and then turned into demons by a powerful magic being, like how Abaddon turned his followers into the demons known as Marganites. But what we're going to be dealing with in Secrets of the Obscure makes me wonder if it's going to be just regular old miscorruption, or if there are going to be outside forces turning the most loyal homies into demons. Other demons that we've encountered so far are Oni, which are rare demonic creatures found only in Kantha, and historically they serve the one named Kanaxai, who is an incredibly bad demon, and for our sake, I hope we don't have to deal with him outside of the new fractal. But since we know Oni are on the table, we ought to keep in mind that the Luxans believe that Oni were once humans that are now in the advanced stages of being corrupted by Kanaxai. And honestly, with the Kanaxai fractal appearance, Kanaxai weapons coming out, and all this demon talk, I wouldn't be surprised if we did see him. After all, while he was thought to be slain in Guild Wars 1 by the hero, we end up learning that Kanaxai may have split himself into 13 different aspects, so the hero might have only killed one of them, and we just have 12 more to deal with. Lovely. But in the fractal featuring Kanaxai, we do end up seeing some of his aspects. However, this fractal takes place before the events of Guild Wars 1, so who knows what happens to the aspects if Kanaxai dies. But the most interesting part of Kanaxai in the new fractal is that it adds a bit of lore to him, because his title is Kanaxai, Scythe of House Arcus, and he killed the founder of House Mosin, which is crazy because demons aren't known to live in a society, so this is huge. We now have a small bit of origin lore, and according to the lore of Guild Wars 1, Kanaxai has no known origin or allegiances, so now we know that he does. But why is he in Tyria, way down in a hidey hole, waiting for people to get lost and run into him? Sort of out of the way for an apex predator to catch their prey, huh? Well, do you remember earlier when we talked about gods creating powerful demons like Abaddon and the Marganites? Well, what if, and this is a big what if Kanaxai was once a member of the race that the human gods belonged to, or ruled over, and he was corrupted by one of them? We know that after Guild Wars 1 there were plans to go to a place called Zoteka, which is where the human gods are from. So maybe Houses Arcus and Mosin belong to the Zotekans. We also know that Zoteka had a lot of powerful enemies that were threatening it, so maybe Kanaxai was one of them and he was banished to Tyria to rule the depths of the Jade Sea. Either way, I hope we get to learn more about House Arcus and Mosin in the new expansion. Alright, so we've seen Deimos, who is a manifestation of Saul's sadness and guilt and used by the Mersat to torture Saul. Oni, which are humanoid former Luxons that look like prehistoric fish and were corrupted by Kanaxai. And then Kanaxai, who is a big humanoid with the classic and sleek devil horns that make you want to hang out with him on the weekends. But check this dude out. That's right, it's just a dude. Wrong. That's Raza, and Raza is what happens when the proto-matter of the mists find a suitable human template. While Raza as we know it is not technically a demon as we know it, and actually acts as an ally for us in the events of Nightfall for Guild Wars 1, it's still made from the same stuff, and the Nightfall manuscripts say this. Hopefully, it will find its purpose by working with a hero. Otherwise, it could degenerate into an abomination as monstrous and inhuman as its demonic brethren. Which leads me to believe that there is a non-zero chance that we encounter demons that are effectively human in the future, and I don't mean humanoid like a creature that's clearly human shaped, but a demon like Kanaxai. I mean a good old-fashioned Westworld style human where you just can't tell the difference. I think it'll be interesting either way, and obviously I might be wrong about all this, but I don't think we've seen demons that aren't being controlled by someone or something, so I wonder if we'll see a truly organized demon race going forward, or if it'll just be more of the same. Alright y'all, those are the big points that I wanted to cover in this video, but if you have anything to add or anything you want to discuss, please share it in the comments and I would love to discuss it with you. And if you enjoyed this video, be sure to comment, like, and subscribe. Thanks for watching and I'll see you next time.